What's up, Mel? Hello, hello. Sam, hey, Craig, what is up? What's going on, everybody? How are you this fine Sunday evening? Doing a little, do a little live stream here from the house tonight for a little while. Brad, how long are you gonna chase Florida till you catch it, man? As long as it takes. As long as it takes. I think there's a lot to chase down here, so there's a lot to chase. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Well, hello there to yourself, James. Hey, James, congratulations on your 100 subs, man, for your YouTube channel. Congratulations. Good job. Craig kicking back some cold ones while watching Home Alone. Dude, Home Alone, man, you can't beat that. Can't beat that. That's awesome. Wow. Hope everybody is doing good. Thank y'all so much for joining in this evening. Brad said, James, I was an inch from dropping into your stream and the baby wanted to play. So sorry. Sometimes those babies, man, they get in the way. Yeah. Sometimes they get in the way. There, we just get on here tonight and just do some just talk about random things. Dang baby, so inconsiderate. Ooh, excuse me. Oh man, might as well turn that on and watch that while I'm sitting here. That sounds like a plan. She is very inconsiderate. That's funny. James, sorry I didn't make it on there tonight. Um, I was at, man, I've been at Epcot all day with friends that are in town, and since we're gonna I know we're gonna Share Nuts is on here. Hey, oh hey, I do got pushed down there. Share Nuts, welcome. Um, so while we're talking, Chase, you got friends in, don't sweat it. While we're talking about buddies, right? Right, James, talking about buddies. Oh, all over it. So no. Wow. I'm telling you what, because I can still see that on here on mine before after even though it's gone. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so just want to get on here and just have a little fun, chill. Yeah, I know, right? It's just nuts. It's just whatever. Just don't even acknowledge it. So just not going to acknowledge it anymore and whatever. Um, yes, Brad. How about that Mando episode? Wow. So has everybody talked talked about? Has everybody seen it? If we're going to talk about it, has everybody seen it? If they have, we'll talk about it. Because I already watched it. I've watched it twice. Mando was epic. James, I told you, man. I was like, last week's was just like, whoa. And then this week's is just like, good grief. I mean, no, but you can talk about it. I don't care. I'm on season one, episode three. No, 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 no. I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil it for you because it's if you're a Star Wars fan, Share Nuts, I don't want to spoil this because it's something that you hope is going to happen if you watch the whole show and you actually you weren't expecting it was going to happen, but you were hoping, and then it happens. And I just don't want to spoil that for you, so we won't talk about it. Mel, you missed the fun already. Yep. So, no, what I was going to say, so, yeah, so I was at Animal Kingdom all day. So my friends that are in town, hey, Lisa T, how are you? No, you're good. I heard Tom talk about it last night. Okay, well, if everybody says we can talk about it, before we talk about it, so I'm going to go back to, so yeah, my friends are in town. Probably my best friends that I have in the world, I would say. We all met my freshman year of college, and two different families now, but we were four friends at that point in time, and then they all got married, which was, and I was in their both weddings, and I mean we immediately hit it off in college. We were roommates for a while. And even though all three of us live in three different states now, we kept up with each other. We talk all the time, group text and stuff. And this will happen. They all decided to take a group family vacation down here. And now that I'm living, they all had this planned before I was coming down here to live. So they were like, hey, we're all coming to town. Let's all get together and hang out. So we did Magic Kingdom all day yesterday and Animal Kingdom all day today. And I didn't take a camera with me. I didn't stream. It was just me hanging out with friends, and it was so much fun to just be able to just hang out with friends and not have to worry about going live or not having to worry about vlogging something, filming something. And it was just a great time. We had a really, really good time. He was the entire wedding. Oh my goodness. Man, the groom and the bride. Chase was the groom in both weddings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, no, so anyway, so they all flew down and they needed some we can keep this up all night. I'm feeling spunky. Been running so many Christmas events in my head and trying to schedule them. I realized I need to take a week off and chill out. Yes, that is a great idea. That is a great idea. So, they all flew down here, and they needed some supplies of things that they forgot from Target. And so I said, hey guys, I'm more than happy to go. If y'all need something from Target, just let me know. I live right down the road from Target, and I can run it. I can pick it up and I can run it to your resort because it was some items that you can't take through security. Like I needed some razors, some other little like toiletry items and things like that. So anyway, I last night after we left Magic Kingdom, I went and got my truck. I drove over. They're staying at Art of Animation. Wow, great catch. I'm rewatching the highlights from the Alabama game yesterday while we were talking. So, because I didn't finish the game, so I'm watching the highlights. I saw the majority of the game. Lindsay Doyle, hello, hey Chase, hey everyone, welcome Lindsay. Glad to see you here. Anyway, so for other people, the people who are my mods, we already had this conversation last night. But for people who are not my mods that are watching, what about the lowlights? funny, Mel. For people who are watching who are not my mods, did anybody ever at any point in time watch the show Swamp People? Hey, Kimberly. I'm not a mod. I am sad. Mel, you are. Wait, I thought you were a mod. Yeah, Mel, you're a mod. Lisa T, the Eagles finally got rid of Carson Wentz. Sharonut says, yes, I watch. Who didn't watch Swamp People? Okay, so I'm at Art of Animation last night, I walk out the door towards the pool. I walk out the back door towards the pool. I'm looking at the resort map to see what room my friend's staying in, so I can go to. Hey Elizabeth, it's a Swamp People is a reality show on Discovery Channel where they hunt alligators in Louisiana. Um, so I'm looking at the resort map uh, at Art of Animation to see what building they're staying in, so I can go and find their room. And I hear this Cajun accent behind me, and it's very distinctive. And I said, if I ain't mistaken, that sounds like Troy Landry from Swamp People. Did he have captions under his face? So anyway, I was like, that's got to be Troy Landry. So I turn around, and 10 feet behind me, there's Troy Landry standing, and his mask was like it had fell down. He's holding his grandson. His mask had fell down, and sure enough, he was like wearing like almost like the same hat you see him wearing on the show. Not the same shirt though, but him, Chase Landry, the whole Landry clan was standing right there, and they were like going to find their room. They had their luggage and stuff, and I was like, I know I heard the Landrys behind me. I turned around and Troy points at me and says, yes, sir, you did, in that accent. And I said, man, I love y'all's show so much. And he's like, thank you very much. In his, the accent and everything. So we appreciate you watching. And which he had his family and his grandkids with him. So I didn't want to bother him or take a picture or nothing. But that was just a really cool moment last night. I was like, wow. So I had to call my granddad because my granddad is a huge Swamp People fan. He loves that show. And so I called my granddad like right as I was leaving Art of Animation last night, and I said, "You won't believe who I ran into." He said, "No, I won't." And I told him, and he said, "Did you get a picture?" And I said, "No." I explained, he was holding his grandkids, and I didn't want to take a random picture of him holding his grandkid because I don't want, that just seemed weird. James, his response would have been, "Go." Oh wow. Yeah. So anyway, that was a really cool moment last night, Art of Animation, and it all started. I wouldn't even have been there at that moment in time that I was there if I went to the Polynesian after I left the Magic Kingdom, and I was gonna go eat at Tambu Lounge and get this flatbread and stuff that they have at Tambu Lounge. Well, I got there and the kitchen closed 4 minutes before I got there. So I said, well, there's no point in me I'm not going to get any food here. So I got in the truck and left. So it was just kind of one of those happenstance things where if I hadn't have left at the moment that I had left and made my way over there to drop those items off, it would have never ran into them. But that was pretty cool. Just of all places, Art of Animation to run into the Landrys from Swamp People. So. Gator season must be tough this year. No, I'm sure it was pretty good. He's got another show my granddad was telling me about where they got another show that he actually comes down here to Florida and goes out in the Everglades with these guys and catches the pythons and stuff. I hadn't watched that one, but I'll have to check that one out sometime. So then after all that happened last night, I went to Disney Springs to get some supper and got some food from City Walk because it's my favorite place. And the service parking's open, so I can park right there, call my order in, walk right in security right there at the service park and pick it up and leave. So it's like going and get takeout anywhere else. James. Lisa T said, "I'm so out of it. I thought it was a YouTuber you met." Well, could be. I mean, if you didn't know, Jane, I actually have a friend, Elizabeth. I'm going to grab me some nachos. What dip do you have? It's a chorizo cheese dip from City Works. It's really good. James, I have a friend from Fabado, Louisiana that sounds just like Troy, his older guy. I have to translate when he says something to Sarah. I can see that. Brad, we go out to eat too much now. If I lived in Central Florida, I wouldn't buy a fridge. I'm telling you, I've got to like wrangle it in. This like last 4 months has been nothing but me going places. I've rarely eat home, so I really got to wrangle it back in and get back to eating here at the house again. The dogs are staring at me intently. They love tortilla chips. You think he even knows what YouTube is? Actually, I honestly think he probably does. Aspen, come here. Come here. Come here. Come up. Come here and get it. Come here. Come here. Watch her. Oh, she won't. I was going to see she come on camera and get it. Here you go. She's like so daintily grabs it. She so daintily grabs it every time. So daintily. I wonder if Dakota, come here. Come here. They 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 so daintily grab those things. It's like it's so you would think they would just like munch them and like they would like just go to pieces. James, pops, dog, squirrel. Elizabeth, I have gained just from the encouragement. Yes, I know they're so gentle when they grab these things. They're like you would think they would just chomp them and they'd go to pieces, but no, they just barely grab them and go to their little spot to eat them. So funny. This Alabama LSU game from last night, Alabama should have put 80 points on that team. So, okay. Do I do other vacations outside of the parks? We like cruises. Um, yeah, I go to lots of other places. I just haven't this year with everything going on this year and me moving down here for a new job. I haven't had a chance to take a vacation actually. So this would be my. So well, Elizabeth, I have to run over to Bricks Live. Got to go wield my wrench. See you later. All right, cool, Elizabeth. Thank you. Disney RN. Well, good evening. Brad, yes, I do go other places. I've been on a cruise, just one though. I've only been on one cruise. Um, um, yes, I've been on one cruise before. I want to go on more cruises. Obviously, no, there's no cruises happening right now. I would like definitely like to go on another cruise because, especially because the last one I went on has been so many years ago. I'm sure they're so different now. But yeah, I go to other places, go to the mountains, go to the beach. I just haven't, like I said, I haven't had a chance to really go anywhere this year and I only been doing this YouTube thing for a few months now, so I really haven't had a chance to branch out and go other places with the channel. But yeah, I definitely like I've gone to the mountains a bunch of times, gone out west several times. Hit all the major landmarks out west. Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam. I've done all that stuff before. I've done a big like 5,000 mile driving trip through the West. Um, Gone to Washington D.C. a few times. Been years ago since I've been there. Um, but yeah, I mean I definitely do other stuff. Cruises are the bomb. Gained 8 pounds in 5 days on one. Yes, that is 8-10 pounds is a normal weight gain for a cruise. I 100% agree on that. James says, by the way, no idea what was said in the mod chat last night. I went back to read it, but figured I'd be able to finish the Harry Potter series before catching up on that. Oh, okay, well, I didn't think we had that much to say in there last night. Cruises are excellent for weight gain. Yes, they are if you're wanting to gain weight. If you're not wanting to gain weight, they are not good for you. They are licking their lips right here. There you go, girl. Good girl. I got some other food I got too. This is just a little bit of queso I had left from last night when I went. I just wanted to finish that off. I actually stopped at Polynesian on my way home from Animal Kingdom. Stayed a little bit there and brought back a little food with me. But on to Lindsay. Not a fan of cruises. Only been on 3 though. Maybe I need to try them more. It just honestly, I think it depends on the big things about a cruise is the cruise line you go on and the locations you go to and the people who are with you. I think that's the 3 things that like make or break a cruise, in my opinion. Wow. Carnival had a fancy breakfast and I ate filet mignon and eggs 4 or 5 days. Wow. That is a fancy breakfast. The last one I went on was Carnival. So, back to Mando. Ladies, he's single. Unforms to the left. What's up, Pat? Good to see you today. Oh, Elizabeth's on here, and I meant to tell her I was going to open her thing up when I got done eating, and she'd already popped back off and gone back over to Bricks. Is Elle's not in here, is she? No. I'll wait till she pops in if she does. If she has a chance to pop in tonight. Pat, did you get the peacock? So you're Brixton and you're popping in on mine. Wow, you're double dipping. Crossing the streams. Everybody's saying hi to Pat. All right. Well, since give that thumbs up on Mortal Kombat Fatality. I love those games growing up, especially the arcade versions. It was so much fun. So, okay. Back to Mando again. Keep getting off the subject. Everybody that watches Mando, have you seen the latest episode, or do you care if we talk about Mando? Because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I know it's only been out for 2 days. Some people haven't gotten around to it, apparently. Um, I just want to know if anybody cares before we just like talk about it briefly, because we're going to talk about the last 2 weeks probably. Because I don't remember if we talked about last week's or not. Wow. Arcade 1-Up sells a 3/4 scale one for your home. That's cool. That'd be neat to have. Lisa T says, doesn't matter to me, go for it. Nobody else is saying anything, so I'm assuming that means we're okay. Well, the highlights are over. Lindsay says it's a good time to give my little one a bath. I shall return. Okay. Let it rip. Okay. So, we're going to let it rip. Tater chip. All right. We're going to go back 2 weeks. Because, like I said, I don't remember if we just discussed that one or not. But I'm going to start off with. Actually, I think we did discuss it. But we're still going to start off with it anyway. Francisco, happy Sunday night. College football is now. There's college football now? Right now? On Sunday night? Okay, so. Ooh, I don't want to play that one. Okay. On Fox Sports 1. Okay. If it's not Alabama football, I probably won't watch it, though. That's kind of how I roll, so. Unless it's playoffs and postseason. I miss extra magic hours. Oh, and eliminations, man, that makes me sad. USC. No, I definitely don't care about USC. So, last week's episode on Mando, you start off, and of course, you get the see some guys in the woods, and the next thing you know, there's this figure, and people start dropping, and then you see this double pair of white lightsabers, and that just freaking gotta go. You go, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know everything that's going on. You go nuts at that point because you know all about the backstory from Clone Wars, from Rebels. You know who wields double white lightsabers. You know it's Ahsoka. So, and she's just cutting these people down, left and right, back and forth. And it looks like she's disappearing into the woods, basically. The episode was so well done. And the fact that, once Mando arrives on the planet looking for her, after Bo-Katan, who is another Clone Wars character, played by Katie Sackhoff, who voiced the character in Clone Wars, which was super cool, and in all of Clone Wars. So Mando's sent to hunt the Jedi down, which really he basically just tells him he wants to hunt the Jedi down so he can go find Ahsoka, so that he can have Baby Yoda trained. And then we find out Baby Yoda has a name, Grogu. So, I know everybody was probably expecting a name with a Y because of all the other members of the species that basically we know of, Yoda and Yaddle, and there may have been one more and I can't remember off the top of my head. Any other Star Wars geeks out there, if there was a third one that we know of, let me know because I can't remember right now. You're expecting a name with a Y, and you don't get one, but you find out that he was in the Jedi Temple, and he was trained, and then hidden, and then his mind becomes dark, which I'm assuming he was, something happened, he was kidnapped, something happened, and he doesn't remember what happens, which is crazy. So, yes, Kim, the way Baby Yoda looks at Mando when he starts calling his name, he's like, and he finds it fun. Mando finds it funny, which is great. What's up, Teeny Fairy? That's so good. And then the last part of the episode, where basically Ahsoka and Mando take down the town, take down the ruler of the town. They get the Beskar spear. Ahsoka gives that to Mando, if you watch Star Wars Rebels, the very end of the series of Star Wars Rebels, Ahsoka shows up in this cloak holding this Beskar spear. So this is all tying together from the cartoons. Everything's tying together. But now the Mandalorian, I think, is pretty. I want to say the Mandalorian is set. It's kind of weird how it's like that last episode of Rebels is all set before the episodes 4, 5, and 6. But that last episode at the very, very end, it flashes forward into the future when Ahsoka shows up again, and she's holding that Beskar spear. So I'm thinking that's got to be set after Mandalorian. My thinking. It's got to be set after what we've currently been watching on Mandalorian. So all that tied in together great. That was just an excellent episode. I mean, it had you on the edge of your seat. You know, you're like almost crying because they're like talking. She's talking to Baby Yoda. We find out all this backstory about him. And then she says she can't train him. But then we're going to go look for more Jedi on another planet. And it's like, okay, well, maybe we're going to be bringing some other people in from some of this other canon stuff now. What if we get a young Luke Skywalker? Because Lucasfilm's already trying to cast a young Luke Skywalker. What if we get, if anybody has played Jedi Fallen Order, Cal Kestis. He's out in the galaxy. If anybody realized, so Ahsoka is looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn, who vanished with Ezra Bridger at the end of Rebels. And Ezra's a Jedi. So Ezra's out there in the galaxy somewhere. So there's other Jedi out there in the galaxy. There's not many, but there is some. Brad, I love how Mando didn't help Ahsoka fight. He just guarded her to make it fair. Then he has a Wild West showdown with a guy from Tombstone. Yes. Oh, the Wild West vibe is great. Brad, Ezra. So yeah, if you didn't watch Rebels, so Star Wars Rebels, which is one of the main cartoons that was it's part of canon. The two main ones, you got Clone Wars and you got Rebels. So Rebels happens between episodes 3 and 4 as the rebellion is slowly starting to form. And there is a Jedi who is kind of hiding and helping out around the galaxy. His name is Kanan Jarrus. And the very first episode, this Kanan Jarrus and his band of people find this boy named Ezra Bridger because they realize he has certain abilities. And it's revealed that he's Force sensitive. And Kanan reveals to him that Kanan was a Jedi. And he's been trained, obviously, in the Force. And he takes it upon himself to train Ezra in the ways of the Force. And so as the show progresses, Ezra becomes very, very powerful in the Force. And he basically pretty much ends up becoming a Jedi in the show. Well, at the end of the show, Grand Admiral Thrawn, if you've read any of the Thrawn series of books, whether they be the non-canon ones that were the old non-canon ones or the new Thrawn trilogy that is canon, Grand Admiral Thrawn is this blue-skinned alien who becomes basically the baddest, most ruthless officer in the Empire. And his battle tactics and strategy are unmatched. And so Ezra pretty much has to use his abilities in the Force, calls in these Force-sensitive beings who can travel through hyperspace, and takes Grand Admiral Thrawn in his Star Destroyer, takes him out into the unknown regions to get him away from the Empire and to stop the threat of him destroying the rebellion that is slowly building. And so Ezra is out in the galaxy somewhere, and Ahsoka makes it her mission at the end of that show to find Ezra. And so he is out in the galaxy somewhere. And so as we're going to get to in a second, we're going to talk about this week's episode of Mando. I was suggesting him when you were. Oh, sorry. I'm obviously y'all are behind. Your chat is behind what I'm saying. So okay, I didn't realize that. My bad. Mel, it's getting closer. How many more days, Mel? Okay, so then Ahsoka at the end of last week's episode tells them they need to go to the planet Tython, I believe. There's a old Jedi temple on top of this mountain. Put Grogu on the Seeing Stone, and he will call out using the Force to other Jedi. Hopefully somebody will respond. So they get him to this place. Once Grogu activates this stone, Mando cannot enter. There's a force, some kind of field from the Force that's blocking Mando being able to touch Grogu. And so he's they're just kind of watching out. Well, who shows up but the Empire, or the former Empire? So Moff Gideon's band of stormtroopers show up. Well, also out of the sky. Yeah, we're going to get to that too. Out of the sky comes a. Turn my notifications off real quick. Out of the sky comes what ship but Slave One. And you know, you're thinking this can't be. It can't be. Well, all of a sudden, somebody comes walking up to Mando. He goes down and check out. He's getting shot at. Who walks up? Boba Fett. Who, if you at the very beginning of the season, you see Boba Fett out in the desert of Tatooine at the very end of the first. I think it's the first episode. So Boba Fett wants his armor back. Amando's saying that armor doesn't belong to you. You're not a Mandalorian. And he asks, "Are you Mandalorian?" And he said, "No, I was." He said, "I'm just a simple man making my way through the galaxy." But he said the armor belonged to my father. So anyway, words are had, and then you see Fennec, the sharpshooter, who we thought was dead in the first season. But then at the end of that episode where you thought Fennec was dead, all of a sudden you hear a pair of spurs walking, and you see a set of boots walk up to, and what looks like a cape, walks up to Fennec on the ground, and you're thinking it's like the fan theory was always it was Boba Fett. Of course, you get to the beginning of this season, and you've got, Carl Vance, I think is his name, and it's Timothy Olyphant, wearing Boba Fett's armor. He's the sheriff or marshal of this town, and Mando helps him out in exchange for the armor. So Mando gets the armor because his armor belongs to Mandalorian. So so this whole standoff's going to go down. Well, then the stormtroopers show up. They start fighting the stormtroopers back and forth. In the middle of the battle, Mando goes to protect Baby Yoda again. He can't get into the force field. Boba Fett looks over the Razor Crest. The door's open. He goes over towards the Razor Crest. Fennec's firing, shooting all these stormtroopers. She's getting surrounded. The next thing you know, you see a fully armored Boba Fett walk up, and he just starts mauling people left and right. he's just taking them down. It was just great. It was, of course they're taking down the stormtroopers. They end up retreating, and as the ships fly off, Boba Fett puts down his little scanner, homes in on the back of one of the ships, uses the rocket on his pack, takes out one of the ships, which in turn takes out the other ship. A few seconds later, the it's not really it's not necessarily a full Star Destroyer. It was the smaller Star Destroyers. I can't remember what they're called now off the top of my head. It fires turbo lasers from the atmosphere, blows up the Razor Crest. Crazy. At the same time, so as all of this is happening, they launch Dark Troopers from the ship in the sky. The Dark Troopers come down, surround Baby Yoda right as he comes out of this little force field thing, and he kind of like he doesn't have enough strength to fight them off using the Force. They kidnap him, take him towards the ship in orbit. Boba Fett hops in Slave One, goes after them, is going to take them out, and then Mando's like, "No, don't hurt Baby Yoda." So he follows them up into the atmosphere, and sure enough, he gets within just a few hundred feet of this ship, and he turns back around. Of course, the ship goes into hyperspace. Baby Yoda's lost. Well, then Fennec and Boba Fett agree to help Mando find and protect Grogu as payment or as a bargain for Boba Fett getting the armor back that was his. And Boba Fett even shows him that the armor, he brings up this little chain code, that the armor is encoded to Boba Fett. It has been encoded to him for over 25 years. And it showed the armor belonged before him to his father, Jango. Also, so somebody deciphered that code, and listed elsewhere in that code is a character that took in Jango as a foundling from the expanded universe stuff, and I don't remember his name off of like Master Janth or something, I think. So they're bringing in like characters from the expanded universe, which all this stuff's great. I mean, I'm looking forward to where this season's going, because the very end of the episode, then you see Baby Yoda throwing stormtroopers around his cell using the Force, and he's like, I think he's force choking them at some point, and then the next thing you know, here comes Moff Gideon in. He ignites the Darksaber, and he said, "You want to play with something like this?" He said, "You're not strong enough to play with this yet," or something like that. And then the episode cuts off. That was such a good episode, man. I can't wait to see this season's going to end, because you're going to have, you got Boba Fett helping Mando. You're going to have all these other characters are probably going to like come together to help Mando at the end. It's going to be like kind of like a team up type thing going on. It's going to be good. I can't wait to see how this season ends. So many unanswered questions about what could happen, what's going to happen. It's going to be great. Mel, can you sing us a Christmas song? No. Brad, it was awesome, but like his armor shrunk in the dryer. I think he put on a little, I think he's a little bit bigger. Well, it's not the same, obviously it's not the same actor who played Boba Fett originally, but it's the actor who played Jango. And yeah, I guess he's put on a little weight, maybe bulked up a little bit. So yeah, it looked a little different. It did. I'm okay with how it looked, though. I was fine with it. Kim, I don't blame him, though. We all been there. Oh, Brad knows Jaster or Jas, something like it. Yeah. Boba's mentor. Okay. yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that was kind of like what happened on Mando this week in the last 2 weeks. It's been really good. This season is I loved last season, but this season is so just oh, my other phone's in the other room. I'll get that in a second. Somebody's texting me. But yeah, this season's been so just it's just really I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. Now I'm looking forward to. Apparently they're wanting they're already signing up the Ahsoka to be in like 3 movies and a Disney another Disney Plus series. So we're gonna have some more good content coming for sure. I mean, I think as long as they keep the current people who's in charge of Star Wars for Disney Plus for Mando, they let these people kind of be over what's going on with the Star Wars universe. I think it will be in good hands. I think it will be a lot better content than what we've been getting the last few movies from them. Well, if Obi-Wan's in this though, he'll have to be in it as a Force ghost because he's because this is after the fall of the Empire, which will be great. I'm totally cool with that. I just want to see a Yoda Force ghost, right? Can't even spell it right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with the Star Wars timeline when you kind of like you're jumping around. You know, you're going forward, you're going backwards, you're going forward, depending on what you're watching. It's hard to keep up with it. It really is. How bad do you wish Galaxy's Edge was based on this type of setting? Yeah, Galaxy's Edge could have been so much better. I think if it was something like this than what we got. I mean, I think they wasted the opportunity with the Millennium Falcon. I think it's a poor take on what they could have done with it. I mean, everybody wants to go Tatooine. Nobody wants to go to Black Spire Outpost. You know. Fly Slave One, meet Ahsoka. Yeah, that'd be so much better. It really would be. Sharing it. I like Star Wars more of a Star Trek fan. I got you. I'm a fan of both. Brad, I agree. Well, there was a push to bring a ride using that system to Hollywood Studios. I mean, because they've got the ride system. It's the same ride system from Test Track. It's I mean, it's a proven ride system. It's, there was a push to put something like that in Hollywood Studios, and of course, um, budget cuts and everything later. We got what we got. Kim loves Star Trek too. I do too. I'm actually I had forgot that um season 3 of Discovery was out. So I started watching season 3 of Discovery a couple of days ago. I'm a few episodes in. I'm looking forward to the next season of Picard. That's a great show too. I really, really, really like that show. I was so happy to see Jean-Luc Picard back. Mel, I'm not singing a song. I'm not singing a song. You're so funny. Mel, how many more days till you come? How many more? It's not long now. Brad, just want to see WandaVision. Yes, looking forward to that. That's got pushed back now to 21, right? It was supposed to come out this fall, right? Oh, give me 1 second. My other phone's going off. I need to go. I need to go get this. It's probably my work schedule for tomorrow. Yeah, it's my work. My work text. Okay. 1 second. I'm sorry. I just had to respond back on my work stuff real quick. Just see what I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow. All right, cool. 14 days. Cool. Stop and Mel. Lisa, Mel, stop and pick me up on your way down. Yes. Come on, Lisa. What if Maul comes back in Mando? See, Maul can't come back in Mando though, Brad, because he's not alive in Mando. Because Mando's after the fall of the Empire. Maul died before episode 4. He died during Rebels. So Maul's not alive. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maul, because Obi-Wan kills Maul in Rebels while he's still watching Luke on Tatooine. Yes, but that was before. So that was during Clone Wars. All that happened during Clone Wars. That was between 3 and 4. All of that was between 3 and 4. And then he went on a. You hadn't seen Rebels, yeah, because yeah. You need to see Rebels, man. Obi-Wan and Maul have a duel in the last season of Rebels. Yeah, you need to see that. That's where the disconnect is. Okay. Yeah. So for the ones of you, 2 hours and 45 minutes, Mel. That's not a bad flight from up there. Wow. Is that direct? 2 hours and 45 minutes direct from where you're from where you're at in Canada? Dog won't sit. So dainty with it. Aspen got one. Here you go, Dakota. Oh, yeah. You thought I was going to take it away from you. You was being really gentle with that, weren't you? That's funny. It is direct. Okay. That's not a bad flight at all. That's not bad at all. Longest flight I've ever had was about 5 hours. You start kind of getting, you won't definitely want to get up and walk around on a 5 hour flight. You're good, Mel. Your refuse to walk around in the plane freaks me out. That's understandable, but I can't sit there in one spot on the plane. Of course, I haven't really. The only flight I've taken since all this stuff has happened this year is just from where I used to live to Orlando, and it was an hour and like 25-minute direct flight. Once I'm buckled, I'm buckled. Brad drove to Miami from Miami, sorry, from Miami to West Virginia in one sitting. Only stopped for gas. Do not do that. Yeah, I don't recommend that either. That's not no. I got to get out like every few hours and just kind of stretch my legs a little bit. Especially ever since I broke my ankle now. I have to get out and stretch it and get moving, or it gets so stiff and starts. I have issues with my ankle ever since I broke it a few years ago. So I can't. Flying on a plane really, really bothers my ankle. I've got to like get up and move around just a little bit on the plane. Drove from Connecticut to Miami multiple times. Oh my goodness, that is a long, long drive, Kim. Getting too old for that stuff nowadays. I understand. Yep. Yeah, the longest I think I've done is I've done like a 12 hour. I've done like a 12-hour drive before when I basically just stopped for gas, like the one or two times I had to stop for gas in that 12 hours, and that was it. And that was the worst drive ever. That was horrible. I hated it. I hated that so much. Nope. The dog's want the rest of these chips. Brad was falling asleep in Charlotte. My wife drove the rest. Now we live in Charlotte. Yes, you just want to get it done. Yeah. I tell you what, that drive that I made when I moved down here, I was pulling a, I was pulling a 12-foot enclosed trailer, and I had the dogs in the back seat of my truck, and that trailer was packed. It was loaded down, and that was like a 700-mile trip, I guess. And it usually takes about 11-ish hours to drive it. It ended up taking me about 15 hours to do that trip in, because I had to stop, well, for gas a bunch. You use a lot of gas when you're pulling a 12-foot enclosed trailer that's fully loaded. So I stopped for gas several times and stopped and let the girls out, let them go to the bathroom a few times. And not only that, just for me to get out and stretch too. That was a long, long drive. I started like early morning. The day I drove down here, I started early morning. I got down here. We finally got down here together to Orlando. I found a hotel that would take dogs. Like it was almost it was like 11:30, almost midnight. We had been driving since like 5 something, 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. It was horrible. That's one of the worst. That's one of the worst drives. Bro, I thought she was crazy. We pulled in the driveway at 4:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. Wow. Lisa T can't do real long either. Can do Philly to Williamsburg, but that's enough for us. All right, let's see. Time is at 8:45. Go for a little, not no. I'll go to a little after 9 or so. I'm not gonna go super long. I just want to do a few hours, just to kind of hour and a half or so. Just to do just do a small stream, just to check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Cause I said I hadn't had a camera or nothing in my hand all weekend. Just kind of was hanging out with friends, and didn't want to. I just wanted to just have a good time. I didn't want to do anything with the camera. Just wanted to kind of hang out, be ourselves, and just kind of go with the flow type thing. Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate that. Yeah, we had a good time. We did Magic Kingdom. Like I said, all day yesterday. I took a quick break. I left, ran home to let the dogs out, take them on a quick walk, and then went back over for a few hours, and then came back last night. Then I left Animal Kingdom at like 5 something today. I didn't want to stay all day because the park it just closed a little bit ago. I didn't want to stay all day because I got work tomorrow morning and I need to come home. Needed to start washing clothes. I just think my washer just cut off and go throw my laundry in the dryer here in just a second. So I'll have clean scrubs. Yes, Kim, it is. It is a lot of fun to um, be able to go to the parks when you have friends come to town. I'll be happy when we get back to normal and can go to the actually like go normal to the parks where we decide we want to go somewhere and we just go. We don't have to we don't have to plan each day out to what one park we want to go to. And I know the park hopping's coming back in January, but it's still not going to be the same park hopping like you had before. It's not going to be I can go to 4 parks in a day type thing. That's not going to be able to happen because it's going to be subject to availability. And you can't park hop till after 2 p.m. Yeah, you're basically going to be able to go to Epcot in the middle. You're going to be able to go to Epcot. That's going to be about it. I mean, during the week you do have like availability, maybe Animal Kingdom in the afternoon some days. Hollywood Studios you're not going to be able to park hop to unless enough people leave Hollywood Studios that they say okay there is availability to come into Hollywood Studios. I don't see people being able to get in there. I mean, it stays. You can't get a park pass for Hollywood any day. I mean, they're booked up solid for weeks and weeks and weeks. My wife and I have been thinking about moving down there. We travel down there like 4 to 6 times a year and love it. Like to find a small town like Lakeland or something. Yeah. I mean, if you come down here that much, you're spending that much money on coming down here, and if you really want to be down here, and you can find a job doing what you're doing in the area down here and move, and you make your thing work. I mean, hey, I'd say go for it. Yeah, that was one of the that was kind of one of the deciding factors in me coming was the fact that or moving down here was the fact that putting me closer to the park, so I don't have to pay the money to travel and stay in hotel rooms and stuff down here. But it was also for a better. It was for a better job opportunity. That was one thing too. So those things worked out. Some things are different. Some things are better. Some things are worse. It just depends on what you can do and you make work. Sure. Now you can go back to your. Let's see. Now can you go back to your original park if you get tired or once you're in the second park? That's a good question. I don't know how that's going to work because you did originally have a park pass for Park X. So can you go back to Park X after going to Park Y? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I know that currently you can leave the park that you're scheduled in, go and you can come back to that same park. Is that how it'll work? I don't know. That's a good question. Kim, see, my family just moved down here last year from Connecticut. Very pleased. Hey, Crayola, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Beth, it would be a lot of fun in my opinion. Could see my love for the parks changing, but never getting old. Yes, that's how I feel. Like it's different for me now. Like if, of course, like I had friends down here this weekend, and so I hung out with them in the park. Basically all weekend, and did stuff with them. And rode a ton of rides and stayed and waited in lines and things like that. Whereas like now, like me living down here, if I'm going to park by myself, I'm not going to wait in these hour lines by myself. I'm gonna go in the park. I'm gonna do a couple of things, and I'm going to probably leave. I'm not going to stay all day because I don't want to stay and wait in these lines and basically wait all day to ride a few things. I mean, that's just not. But I'm okay with that because I can go back in a couple of days and do it again. And you can go back in a couple of days and you can do it again. And it's never the same experience if you do like, because you're doing different stuff every time. You're not just going and doing the same exact. I got to run the A, I got to run the B, I got to run the C. You know, got to plan it out. We got to hit all these rides today. We got to do this, this, this. Whereas you just kind of go with the flow. And that makes it a lot of fun. It makes it different every time you go. You can just relax. You can say you want to just go people watch in the hub. You can go people watch in the hub. If you want to go ride all the rides in Tomorrowland and leave, you can go do that. You know. Whereas if you're on vacation, you feel like you've got to do everything while you're on vacation. You got to get in everything while you're there because when you're going to be back next, you don't. Who knows when you're going to be back next? You definitely, Kim. You don't feel that pressure. You don't feel like, I got to do everything. And I mean, I don't go to the parks as much as I would want to go to the parks after moving down here, just because of my work and with all the restrictions and everything going on now. And that's another thing, with there not being fireworks and stuff. I don't necessarily want to go in the evening after I get off work if there's not fireworks to go watch. So, kind of leaves me open to do other things too. And a lot of the other parks are doing fireworks right now, and that's something else that's kind of like, well, Disney's not doing fireworks. I can go watch Universal's nighttime show that's got fireworks. I can go watch SeaWorld's Christmas stuff in the evening, and they've got some fireworks, not major, but some fireworks. I can drive down to Tampa to Busch Gardens, and they've got a great fireworks show that they're doing with their Christmas stuff right now. So it gives me options. If Disney's not doing certain stuff, it gives me options of other places to go right now, especially. uh, funny pictures, funny pictures. Hey Sam. Kim, we sometimes just go to dinner at Epcot. We used to, yes, exactly. That's something that actually, since moving down here, because Epcot's the easiest park to get into currently, with the way things are during the week. You can go to. I might go to Epcot in the evening and just get a bite to eat, and that's it. Just get a bite to eat at Epcot and leave. I've done that several times since I moved down here, and that's really. I mean, especially with festival booths. When the festival booths are around, that's like the one thing you want to do at Epcot. You want to go and you want to eat some stuff and just go over there. I mean, that's what you want to do there. Lisa, we really want to move down after the kids finish school. We were real close to moving there earlier this year. Mr. T. Bonnet Gas was looking at Zillow when we were there. Lisa, that's what we did. Planned for years. Left after boys graduated high school. Cool. That's the way to do it. Kim, it seems like it's never going to get here. It will. Lisa, it'll get here. All in due time. If you told me a year ago when I came down here, uh, I came down here on vacation for Christmas last year. If you told me when I was here on vacation at Christmas last year that Christmas this year I was going to be living down here, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Because I did have kind of like in my, because at that point I've been coming down here a bunch the last several years, and I kind of had on the back burner. I've been saying, like my 5 to 10 year goal is to move down here, but it wasn't in the forefront. It wasn't something I was like actively pursuing to move here at that moment or that point in time. And then COVID came around, and everything changed. My kind of outlook on things and the way the winter went and sitting in the house all the time changed my timeline for things, and it made me reevaluate what I wanted to do. You know? Sure enough. My wife and I are planning on moving down there in 1.5 years. We've been talking about it since college. Hey, keep your goals. Keep your goals. Keep pushing towards them, and you'll be able to get down here. Yes. Versus like if you yes, Kim. Versus moving down here like me and not having any time to realize where you want to live, and so then you're still really trying to figure out where you want to live and what's in your price range that you want to buy. You know. So in the background, while we've been talking, after I watched the fireworks, fireworks, yeah, what was fireworks for Alabama? After I watched the highlights from the Alabama LSU game, I've actually got Resort TV One on, one of the Resort TV feeds, just playing it in the background. It's funny. This was from 2017, November of 2017. So it's funny to look and watch. Um, is this was the one that's playing? It was a night. It was a Christmas party. So I'm sitting there looking at the hours, the park hours. Magic Kingdom 8 to 6. And then there's a special ticketed event from 6 to midnight. Epcot open at 9. Open 9 to 9:30 with extra magic from 9:30 to 11:30. Uh, DHS 9 to 8 and Animal Kingdom 9 to 8. So different than the way the park hours are currently. And of course, it's got all the Christmas stuff, the Christmas parade, Festival of Fantasy, fireworks listed, and I'm like, man, it's like actually making me sad almost watching them. I want to just turn this off. Sure, just had a baby, so we've been researching good schools and whatnot. Yes, good idea. Good idea. Mel, wait, Epcot was open at 9 a.m. Yes, and only Future World was open from 9 till 11, and World Showcase didn't open till 11. It's crazy. It's crazy. My daughter's actually 16 months old. She loves the parks. Awesome. Yeah, Future World, and you could go to France to the you go back to France to like the bakery or whatever in there and get pastries for breakfast. That was it. 9 to 11. So 2 hours of riding rides, and then World Showcase would open. Those were the good old days. Mel was getting so angry with the 11 a.m. time because when Epcot would open at 9, you'd be able to get almost everything done in Future World by the time World Showcase opened. Yes, exactly. Now it's like you go in and everything's open. Well, not everything. Everything that's open is open. You don't have to. It's not like a staggered opening or whatever. What is it, Dakota? Hmm. Why you give me that look? What's wrong? Hmm. She's giving me the. She's not mean mugging me right now. Come here. I think she just wants some attention. Probably since I'm talking to y'all. I'm not talking to her. She wants some attention. Come here, baby girl. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. She'll sit, but she sits so far away from you that you have to like lean way over to get to her so you can pet her. Pat, you get that look a lot. Sure I do. Mel, she says, give me some foods. Oh, she's had foods. Not only has she had supper and treats, now they had half these tortilla chips. So, Pat, need to give more attention to your women. Mel, uh, we could name it that, but we could name it that. That would be, that'd be weird, I think. Hey, Pat, I'm going to wave back at you. See, Brad, Kim, we played a POV for Small World for her, and she dances all over the living room. She even did the robot. I guess she learned that from daycare. Lisa T. Mel, oh my gosh. Mel, it's not weird. It's actually a good idea. Chasing tail. Pat. Sounds accurate. Oh, me. So weird is this because this lamp over here is messing with this. The lamp is messing with this camera. There we go. Just gonna take it out of the equation. Sing us a song. Mel, I don't sing. I do not sing. I think Pat sings all the songs. We get him to sing for us. What are you doing, Aspen? She's licking the carpet. Whatever. Freebird! Disney Organ. He sings Duran Duran. Oh, really? Brad, that's hysterical. Love it. There's nothing like the parks through your child's eyes, or most fun times were there, especially when they were young. Yep. When he said sings, it sounds like sang. So many. All these notifications like never disappear off this iPhone. It's really, really ridiculous. What are you doing, Aspen? You licking my toes? I guess my toes must taste good to Aspen. Lucy says, I'm confused because sang sounded like sing to me. Sang. Sang it. She sang him a song. Alright, I'm turning this off now. I can't do that no more. I've played that little piece right there a bunch of times. Oh, Must Do Disney with Stacy. Turn that on in the background. Went to the Poly earlier. Went to Tambu to get some stuff to bring home, and we were playing Resort TV on the little TVs there at the tables next to Tambu Lounge. So it kind of got me in the mood to watch the Resort TV stuff. I love watching these things. It's like the only channel that it's like the only channel that I watch. Pretty much when I'm staying at the resort at any of the resorts, I pretty much I'll turn one of those resort channels on and just let them play the Disney music in the background. Just kind of like to have the background music in the room. Yeah, I'm not singing any songs. Sorry, Sam. That ain't happening. That is not happening. So, oh, Stacy. Oh, it's the old Magic Man 1. She's wearing the old Magic Man 1, not the 2.0s. Not the 2.0s. Oh, Fast Pass. Another thing we don't have that needs to make a return ASAP. These lines are getting too long. Do I play video games? Yes. Not as many as I used to. In college and after, kind of like the years after college, I was a lot more into video games than I am now. I played a lot when I was young too. Like my first console I had was the original Nintendo, and of course, Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Tetris. I mean, all those classic Zelda, all those classic games. And then after that, we had. I didn't have Super Nintendo. Joshua. Chasing Tails is a cool idea. I'd watch it. Cool, Kewl. Your new name here. Brad, same. Those are the good old days. Yeah, so that was my original. I didn't have Super Nintendo. We didn't do have the N64. We did have the trying to think. We had Sega Genesis. Had the Sega Genesis. Of course, I played Sonic. Sonic was like the game I pretty much played all the time on the Sega Genesis. It's about Sonic. I played that game constantly. My cousin had all these cheat codes on Sonic, and he taught me a bunch of that stuff. Um, After that, my brother got a one of the Dreamcasts. That thing was not good at all. That thing was a flop. Um, After that, I guess would have been the PlayStation 1. Yeah, PlayStation 1. I don't even remember what games I had for PlayStation 1 now. It's been so long ago. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and then my brother was kind of like all playing the PlayStation 2, and I guess I got the original Xbox when I was a freshman in college, maybe, I think. Or like, yeah, I think I got the original Xbox when I was a freshman in college, and we had Halo, and we had like we used to have these big Halo LAN parties on the LAN system in the dorm that I lived in my freshman year. We'd have the big LAN parties, and then that led into like me. We had a huge group. I had a huge group of friends. We'd get together something like on Fridays and Saturdays a lot of times. We'd play till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. We'd have these big LAN parties. Everybody'd bring their TVs. We'd do hook up. We'd do like four. We'd do like 4v4, big team battle and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun back in the day, and that was like, and of course then I got the 360 after that, and of course continued into Halo 2, Halo 3. Um, that I played some Call of Duty back in the day, uh, Modern Warfare 1 and 2. I never, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I just never really got big into Modern Warfare. Um, and then I kind of like my focus was just a lot on Halo. I'd play some other games, but I'd mainly my main game I've spent hours and hours and hours playing multiplayer was Halo. Uh, and then after the 360, I transitioned to the Xbox One. Well, no, before I transitioned to Xbox One, so then Destiny came out. The makers of Halo, Bungie, they came out with Destiny. So I started playing that, picked up that game, and I played it a ton on 360, and then transitioned my account over to the Xbox One, and then the Xbox One X, and then I transitioned into Destiny 2 when Destiny 2 came out. And then I played a bunch of the Star Wars games, Battlefront, Battlefront 2. I played a bunch of the old Star Wars games like KOTOR, KOTOR 2. Uh, more recently, Jedi Fallen Order. Played that. Let's see, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting a couple of games in there. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple of games in there along the way. There's some other stuff that I've played more in the more recent years, but I can't off the top of my head can't place what they were. So Brad, don't knock the Dreamcast. You could burn games on a disc and play them for free on that thing. That is true. You know what? I don't know. I want to say my brother. Hey, cool it. Be nice. Y'all have got 30 toys on the floor. You don't have to play on the same one. Yeah, I think I want to say my brother still has the Dreamcast. I need to ask him about that. Um, I played a few things on it. I just never got into the Dreamcast. My brother liked it more than I did. Lisa T. Pong was our first game. Pong was a great game. Sharing us. GoldenEye is still one of the best games on 64. 100% agree. GoldenEye was like the one, like whenever I go to my friend's house who had a 64, that's all we ever played was GoldenEye. That's pretty much like the game that you played on 64 was GoldenEye. Or Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. That was like the three basic games that we always played on that system. I never had one, but all my friends had a 64, so I just played at my friends' houses. About Perfect Dark. I do remember Perfect Dark. Hey Sandy. I remember Perfect Dark. I played Perfect Dark a little bit actually. I do remember playing that some. It's so long ago now though. I don't even remember much about that game. Uh what's Dead Space? Remember Dead Space? I played that game. Uh-oh. They're inching up crawling under the coffee table to see if there's any crumbs in the floor they might can find. Rad. Hooked up 64 the other day. So excited. Played 10 minutes of Perfect Dark and had to take medicine for a migraine. Oh no. Favorite game ever is Galaga. Galaga is a great game. Hmm. I'm going to call. I'm going to Dead Space. Yes, Dead Space was like so good. I'm going to call this stream in here in a few minutes because my work schedule just changed and I've got to go in earlier than I thought I was going to have to. So I need to finish taking care of my laundry and doing a few things here at the house. So we're going to end this here in just a few minutes, but we'll keep talking here. We'll go for a few more minutes. We'll keep talking here for just a little bit more since we're talking about games. Dead Space. What else came around Dead Space? Fallout. Fallout was a good game. Lisa T. Joe just said he saw a small Galaga in Walmart. Really? They make those little small Galagas? Okay. Cool. Mortal Kombat, yes. L! Yay! Finally, you showed up. I may have to go longer now. Mortal Kombat, yes. I put the light back in the picture, so it's probably gonna mess with the camera. Been dancing? Cool. That sounds fun. Did you go out dancing somewhere, or are you just dancing at the house? Either way, it still sounds fun. You're dancing queen? Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Finish him. Flawless victory. Fatality. Brad, he's saying it's not a small tabletop version. 8-inch big, whatever that means. Kim, PS4, PS3, PS2, Xbox One hooked up. Wow. Mario Kart's my second favorite. Pretty sure I'm not far from competing in that. Oh, 1 second, guys. I can show you something. So, LD, who is in the chat, just showed up. Hey, L. Nice to see you in here. So, I smelled her some items that she wanted from Walt Disney World a week or two ago. And I guess when I was showing off my pop collection on the counter, one of the streams the other night, she noticed that I was missing one to complete a collection. So she sent me Louie to complete my Huey, Dewey, and Louie collection on my pop. So L, thank you so much for sending that. He made it safe and sound, like I told you last night. But I really appreciate that. Thank you. That was very nice. Or it's supposed to show it was a secret presence. Oh, oops. I'll just go back and edit this out then. Y'all didn't see anything. Y'all didn't see anything. You didn't see that. She didn't. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I just bought this a couple days ago. Nothing happened. You didn't want credit. Well, but that was very nice. You did not have to do that. Yeah, you did not have to do that. It's fine. It's fine. Go check Instagram for the shirt I just got. Sorry, I have all my notifications turned off. So if you sent me something, I just didn't get it. Oh, you did send me something. Okay, so I got all my notifications cut off on both phones because my other phone was blowing up, and this one they were popping up on my screen. I couldn't see. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's awesome. I was always a Sub Zero person. I always played Sub Zero. I don't know why. Sub Zero or Liu Kang. Sometimes Liu Kang. Oh, I missed your whole comment. I'm scrolling back. I missed your whole go check IG Chasinator. I missed that because it like got pushed up by other stuff. Brad, might do a live stream one day soon. There's so much fun. Yeah, definitely do it. Hey, you gotta just gotta try it. I mean, I literally have no. I mean, I just get on here and just go on randomly and talk to a phone with people on the other side that are watching me. It's nuts. I tell you, honestly, it's way easier for me to just talk to the camera when it's looking at other stuff than for me to talk to the camera when it's looking at me. It's way easier for me to just walk around and show y'all stuff that I'm doing than actually just sit here and just talk to you. This. I mean, it's good to do though. It helps you kind of get you over that stuff, you know. It was always Duck Hunt. I love Duck Hunt. I mean, because you had the little pistol and that like the clicky noise the pistol made, like ting ting every time you would like pull the trigger on the pistol for the Nintendo. Oh, I love that game because you had the dual cartridge. You flip the cartridge over, like the one side of the cartridge would have Mario. You flip the cartridge over, and the other side had the. What I think you flipped it over, right? Like you flipped it over, the other side was Duck Hunt, or were they both on the same side of the cartridge, and you chose which game you wanted? I can't remember now. It's been so long. Does anybody remember? Which apparently player two can control the stupid dog, or is that a myth? Oh, I don't remember. I don't even remember player two can control a dog or not. Brad, my wife's been collecting Star Wars Black Series figures for me. Oh, wow. Specifically carbonized for some reason. That sounds super cool. I'm jealous. I need somebody to collect those for me. Star Wars Black Series ones are really cool. Yes, they are. If it helps, we don't listen either way. Okay, yeah, sure. Have big box ones and ones that come on cards. Mando, Vader, Boba, etc. LOLL. Hey, public speaking. Duck Hunt was awesome. Hey, Stephanie. They were both on the same side. Okay. The Power Glove. Now we're getting into it, Brad. The Power Glove. My goodness. Yes. Joey T. Hey, Joey. It was picked on the screen. Okay, I couldn't remember. It's good. Gosh, I have not played that original Nintendo in, it feels like eons. It's not really an eon. Obviously, not even that old, but it's been a hot minute for sure. Mr. T does. He's catching up on chat. All right, now I'm caught back up. Or the pad before Dance Dance Revolution. Yes, the pad. You had the Do you remember the pad? There was a Olympics game you could play on the pad where you was doing like you like run hurdles and you do the long jump. So basically, you would just tap your feet really fast, like you were running to do the long jump, and you just hop backwards off the game pad, and then you'd hop back on it after you jumped like as far as you wanted to jump on that game. So it was so easy. It was so much fun. It got us NES a few years ago. Awesome. Marble Madness. Oh my goodness, love Marble Madness. Oh, I love that. Was a great game. Wait, does Chase know Joey T? What's up, Chase? Question mark, question mark. He doesn't. Joey T troll Chase. Oh, he's a troll? Okay, well, I just want to say what's up. I was just saying what's up. Yeah, Joey's. Oh, I read that wrong. He does it, Joey T, comma, troll Chase. No, you told me that the other night that was his name. So I don't know him, and I realized that was his account. That's why I like addressed him like that. Power Pad Olympics game has some variant that's very rare and expensive. Really? Ooh, did not know that. What are we watching now? Ooh, Polynesian Village Resort TV from 2017, May 31st, 2017. Okay, that can play too. I'll let that play. Annie from New York. Hi guys, where are you streaming from tonight, Chase? I am streaming from my couch. I am sitting, well, not my couch. Whoever owns this condo, I'm streaming from their couch. But this is my coffee table because I bought it at, gosh, why am I having a brain fart now? Anyway, I bought this coffee table because the coffee table that was the coffee table is the TV stand currently for my TV that I bought. Because I didn't have a stand to put my big TV on that I bought after I moved here. So, Lisa, let me introduce you to Mr. T, aka Joey T. Yes, but I knew, sorry, because I know I'm catching up to the chat now, so I'm behind. But you said the other night that was you said his name was Joe, so I assumed Joey T was Joe. Shouldn't assume things. They say, no. He's my husband. Same thing. Micah, watching from South Williamsport. Hey, Micah, welcome back. When I met Lisa T, she had an original Nintendo. That is awesome. He changed it earlier in James' stream. Okay. Joey T, one of the special things about her. That's what won you over, Joey T, the original Nintendo? Among other things. Elbow bump. Kim, I was going to ask if that's why he married me. Oh, man. Oh, look. Dining plans accepted. Something else they're not doing this year. Dining plans. Oh, it actually has Tambu Lounge hours. Ooh. I did not realize Tambu Lounge used to open at 7:30 in the morning. Wow. Huh. How about that? Did anybody else know Tambu Lounge used to open at 7:30 in the morning and stay open until 10 o'clock at night? Did not know that. Micah. 28 degrees feels like 29 in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Wow. Joey, she was nagging me about it. Manic Mansion was a good NES game. I don't know if I remember the Manic Mansion either. I know the name. I don't remember the game. Don't remember the game. She was nagging you about your name. Okay. What, because you had Mr. T? I thought that was cool, although then I was trying to give you a Star Wars nickname. Oh, excuse me. Oh, look. This night, Magic Kingdom was open from 9 a to 11 p with extra magic hours from 11 p to 1 a.m. Huh. The Hollywood Studios was open to 9:30. Wow. Animal Kingdom. Look at this. I don't remember this. Animal Kingdom was open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. with extra magic hours from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Does anybody ever remember Animal Kingdom being open to 1 o'clock in the morning? I didn't know they ever kept it open that late because of the animals. Wow. I don't remember that at all. I'm trying to think. May of 17. No, we came down May, let's see, 17. I don't think we came down into 2017. Did we? No, I don't think we did come down. I think we did come down in 2017. I'm trying to remember what month we came down here though. Hmm. Castlevania was good, Joey. Excuse me. I missed the late nights. Whoa, wait, when? Whoa, what, when? So this was May 31st of 17 is this Resort TV feed I'm watching. Yeah, I don't ever. That must have been. Was that right after Pandora opened? Pandora opened in 17, right? Spring of 17. Was this right after Pandora opened, and that's the reason Animal Kingdom was open so late? So, Annie, I am watching. Not really trying to plug Resort TV One, but I'm watching Resort TV One's. They have a bunch of the Resort TV feeds recorded on their channel, and this is one of the Resort TV feeds from the Polynesian Resort, recorded Wednesday, May 31st, 2017, 9 o'clock at night, and it has the park hours listed on the side. And I'm just reading the park hours off. This was the park hours, May 31st of 17. Epcot was 9 to 9, and Hollywood Studios was 9 to 9:30. So, but no, the fact that there was Magic Kingdom was open to 1 a.m. and Animal Kingdom was open to 1 a.m. That's Animal Kingdom was open longer than Magic Kingdom by an hour. Magic Kingdom opened at 9 a.m. Animal Kingdom opened at 8 a.m. But both stayed open till 1 a.m. Wow, that is a long time. Yeah, I think that's when Pandora opened. Sure nuts. Brad, I'm glad you were suggested on my homepage one day. It's the only place I can talk video games, nerd shows, trucks, and Disney all in one. No joke. I enjoy y'all's company. I just talk about random stuff, just whichever way the wind blows. I don't have. I've got a lot of different things I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy mountain biking. I used to mountain bike a lot back in the day. I don't. I now I don't. Well, I don't mountain bike any now in Florida. There are places in North Florida and in Central Florida as well you can go that have mountain bike trails. It's not mountain biking like I'm accustomed to and I used to do, but they still are trails that are built in Florida that you can go and enjoy. And I do want to get back into that at some point in time once I figure out the areas to go to down here. And I've got my GoPro. I can strap my GoPro onto my helmet and I can go film some stuff on mountain bike trails, which would be cool to throw on the channel. I would love to do that. Share notes in 17. Yeah, that's when Pandora opened. Yep. James is back. Yep. Glad all of y'all found me. I'm super pumped y'all are all here. I appreciate every one of y'all being here, hanging out, listening to me ramble about random stuff. I mean, I pretty much just feel like I'm rambling all the time anyway. James, Brad, quit sucking up. That's not needed here. Hell, Chase does need the sucking up. You know how he is. Micah, what is your favorite Disney movie? Ooh, ooh. So I'm gonna throw Marvel and Star Wars out the side because those would be in my top. Marvel and Star Wars would be in my top, but I'm gonna throw those out. Those are off the table. So then you got to think: do you go animated or do you go live action? Disney movie. Wow, that is tough. That is tough. Huh. There's been a lot of great Disney movies over the years, you know? Good grief, what do I pick? And like, this is like putting me on the spot type thing. There's been so many good ones that I like. Oh my gosh. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna go with something kind of classic. Just to say like for as a Disney movie. Um, Gosh, and am I even making the right choice with what I'm about to pick? I don't even know. Okay, so Disney, like a Disney movie. So Huh. You know what a great classic Disney movie is? Fantasia. Let's go with Fantasia. I mean, gosh, there's just so many. Am I on Streamlabs right now? Yes, I am, James. I am on Streamlabs. Is something wrong with it? I'm just curious. Sorry, I'm catching up. So this will be a few minutes, I'm sure, before you answer me now. James, so much negativity out there. I try to point out the good things too. Mountain biking in your Huntsville neighborhood? Get out of here. Yeah, I used to mountain bike over at Montesano Mountain, and there was also a mountain bike trail at Space and Rocket Center. It was a really nice trail actually. The high school kids used it for their competitions. True story with the negativity. Brad, you're sucking up. It's okay. Kim, do you want to do my laundry? Toy Story. Toys. Oh gosh. See, Toy Story is good too. James, just wait for your next live stream. I'm going to hassle the heck out of you. Good, you do it, Brad. Do it. Give him so much crap next time he's on. Beauty and the Beast. Pandora, May 27th to 17. Okay, yes, that makes sense now. That's why the hours are so late. Because they were like, that was when you had the like 5, 7, 10 hour lines to ride Flight of Passage. That makes a lot of sense now. Brad, you better bring your A game because you're going to have to top some good ones. The next one's going to be fun for real. Don't you start that yawning. I'm tired. I'm about to call this stream in here in a minute anyway. Hey, Alyssa. I'm bored and was going to join you. Oh, yeah, dude. I would have you on honestly, but I'm really about to sign off because I gotta go finish laundry. I gotta take the dogs out again. I gotta go to bed because it's gonna be a long day at work tomorrow, and so I need to get some rest. Dude, I would so have you on, and we would talk all night. But maybe, hey James, so maybe one day later this week, depending on how my work schedule flows this week, we might do maybe if you're not busy one night, you're not driving or something. We can do one night maybe later this week. We'll just see how things go. I don't know. James, if family stuff isn't going on, I'll be there, dude. Grats on the 100. Oh wait, I don't want to suck up. Forget your 100 subs. Brad, thanks, brother. We'll be starting a little later next week. Kim, I don't think you can really pick just one. I know, Kim. That's why I was like, I don't know what to say. So many good ones. Favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation. I can answer that easy. Christmas Vacation. That's my favorite one. Can't believe it opened 3.5 years ago. I can't. Yeah, I know I can't. At the same time, I can because they need to repaint a lot of the bioluminescent paint again in the sidewalks because it's starting to wear out again and it doesn't glow as much as it used to after the last repaint because they've already repainted the all the concrete sidewalks, the glow stuff in Pandora once since it's opened, or maybe even twice. It's okay, Chase. I know we're just buddies. What's my favorite Marvel movie? Would be Infinity War. 24 missed messages. Okay, there's like so many. Oh, hold on. Let me answer this medical question real quick. Give me just a second. I'm sorry, guys. This is an actual medical question. I'm helping out some. Okay. All right, I'm back. Micah, my favorite Christmas movie is Elf and The Year Without a Santa Claus. That's two movies, it's not one. But Elf is a great. I love Elf. Santa, I know him. Hey, Brad. Best line in any movie ever. I'm not saying it, but yes. Hell, oh my god, you're so popular. Eye roll. No, this was actual like a medical like they were asking me about something like a little literal medical question. Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. Stephanie. Dang, Chase is super cool. Nobody responds to messages anymore. I'm not gonna mention any names though, LD. Oh. Year Without Santa Claus will be on again today at 11 Central, then 12:11 at 5:45. Does anybody know what 12:11 is? The animated Santa Claus is Coming to Town is good too. Brad, all right, y'all, I'm out. Good seeing you tonight. Brad, good night. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you being here. Have a good evening. We'll see you on the next one, buddy. Sarah informed me that she doesn't like Elf today on the show live. What? Some super lame day. 12:11. Lame. Super lame. It's very lame. Such a lame day. What you doing, baby? What you doing, baby girl? You'll be what? 40? 43? No, I'll be 36. Favorite ride at Disney World. Overall favorite ride at Disney World is my overall number one all time favorite ride is um Tower of Terror. It's my number one. And James, I was dancing and then came on here, so I didn't know you messaged. Oh, see, she was dancing. Dancing Queen. Kim, I'm like so depressed over that right now. I don't know how to comprehend it. What did I miss? I don't know. I missed something. I don't know what I missed. I knew how old you're going to be. James, whatever will you do? Tower of Terror for me too. Nice. Messaged her 6 hours ago. That's a lot of dancing. She was a dancing queen, okay? Lisa, no, I'll never understand. Micah, my favorite ride is Jungle Cruise, aka Jungle Cruise, or aka Jingle Cruise. I was also reading, James. You didn't see that? She was also reading, okay? Come on, give her a break. Not everybody stays on their phone 24/7, 365. Now, it's hard to believe in this day and age because most people you see are like this all day long on their phones and they can't talk to you and have a conversation. It's crazy. It is crazy. Get more out of the Disney you love with the Disney Visa card, people. I keep getting things for the Disney Visa card. I might have to just up and just get one day. Honestly, I should have one. I don't know why I don't have one. I am very important. James, you need to understand that she's very important, okay? She's a nice lady. Micah, I don't like the NFL. I do not watch it at all. I stopped watching NFL several years ago. Before I stopped watching the NFL, I was a Green Bay fan and Falcons. Kind of like Green Bay was always my number one team. But I don't watch it. I don't watch any of it anymore. Saw a guy driving down the road on his phone the other day. It was infuriating. Right down I-4, just playing with his phone the whole way. It's nuts. It's crazy. Hell, just spilled Gatorade on myself as soon as I wrote that. I'm not reading that comment before that, but that's so funny. James, don't think I've ever heard of anyone who didn't like Elf. Yeah, me either, Kim. James says, I know, right? That's just unacceptable. Micah's a Cowboys fan. Was it Brett Favre's rear in those pants that won it? Uh, well, it was Brett Favre, but the reason so when I was a little kid, my dad had to go work in Green Bay, Wisconsin for like 6 or 8 weeks during the winter, and he brought me back a Brett Favre jersey, and that just kind of like sparked my love of Green Bay back when I was a kid, and that was just kind of like my team at that point, forever. Kim, you sit on a throne of lies. Elle, you're very important to me. Roommates at Shady Pines, remember? Guys, my ears are burning and Elf sucks. Oh my goodness. That is funny. Does not suck. Elf is a great movie. It's hilarious. Brother's a Packers fan. His dog's name's Lambo. That's cool. That is cool. Plan on Paper Woman is nuts. Careful with her, guys. Oh my goodness. Fight in the chat. We got a spat in the chat. We got a spat in the chat here. Stephanie watching Elf right now. Kim, we have room for two more. Oh wow. Elf makes me want to vomit. It's scum between my toes. Love Sarah. Hell, you made me want to vomit. There's some proof that I'm not completely stupid, though. I haven't timed her out yet. This is true. This is true. Alright, guys. You know what? I've had a lot of fun tonight. And I think Pat just went live. And I know a lot of y'all are going to go over and watch Pat. And I'm honestly tired, and I got to get into bed here real soon. I got to take the dogs out and finish up some stuff in here with my laundry. And I got to go to bed. I got a long day tomorrow at work. So, guys, thank you so much for being here this evening. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Just talking about crap didn't really, make a lot of sense tonight, I don't think. Elle will miss you, Chase. Will you miss us? I'm going to miss every one of you so much because then I won't have, not gonna have anybody to talk to but my girls, and they just howl and make funny husky noises. Have a good night, buddy. You too, buddy. James, this last one was very Harry Potter. Oh, you mean Elf. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, everyone. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you. There probably won't be any park streams this week, but maybe we'll a couple of nights during the week we'll kind of get on here and we'll get together and we'll just talk a few nights this week. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate you being here. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good week, everybody. Stay safe, and we will see you next time.